Welcome back. We just want to do some videos responding to certain subjects. First of all, I told Freddie, before we begin the videos as of today, let's start off with Mr. Kang. And I saw on the blog that he had written, how long ago? Was the
like
date?
A couple days ago.
A few days ago. He had written on the Freddy'sModernKungFu.com in the blog about his experience going to the club because it was his friend's idea, and he was attracted to pretty girls, and one girl ended up seducing him or he gave her attention, and then she wanted to dance or whatever with one of his friend, and then she kind of pickpocketed him to find his wallet. And so his question was, are all pretty girls thieves where they rob you? Kang, number one, shh. Number one, Kang, you're an adult. You already know what the answer is. You already know what the answer is. No, not all pretty girls rob men for their money. Everyone's action is responsible for their own individual actions, regardless if they're old, young, pretty, ugly, medium, or whatever. You already know that. For anyone who says, it's almost like me saying, are all strong, fit men, are all fit men, muscular, good-looking men, are they all egoistic? Are they womanizers? Are they players? Can all good-looking guys be faithful? It's like saying, like, are they all at fault? Of course not. Not all men are the same, regardless of how they look, you know? I just feel that you're getting a little out of hand with that comment, are all pretty girls thieves, you know, or majority of girls thieves. No, it's just based on individual character. It's like, you had a bad experience and you're kind of taking it out on all women, kind of, you know. Number one, it was pretty much your choice, your destiny. You already know at a club, at a dancing environment, among strangers, you already know there's alcohol that could be sold. There's drugs involved. People could be high on drugs, crack, cocaine, whatever, dancing and wandering around at a club or anywhere that involves, like, at a public place where there's a bunch of strangers. You know, especially a place that allows alcohol, okay? You already know that you're going to get into a situation where a fight could break out, where men are fighting over women, or they're drunk, and they're talking smack to each other, men, and they get in a fight, you know, they punch each other, and then the police come, a bunch of people could be arrested, put in jail. You had already chosen to be in that environment. You already know there's a possibility that in that type of rowdy environment where there's men and women commingled, some people that are druggies or people who are drunk, you know, you already know that you're in that environment, you know, and that you're attracted to good-looking women, and that's what you get,
but,
you know?
But another factor is, what is the definition of pretty or beauty? That's all subjective, and
the eye of the beholder.
One person may see somebody as pretty, but then another person may disagree. So it's just an irrelevant. It can't, you know, it's just a statement out of emotion, you know, but somebody, you know, that you think is pretty, if you think that everybody that you think is pretty is an evil person, then that's not a correct way of thinking, you know.
It's another way of insulting all women. It's like, okay, for example, you know some of the women through the coon, through online or watching Freddie's YouTube videos through his channel. You've already met us through the online videos, even though you haven't met us in person, you know. Us girls like Annette, me, Eileen, Crystal, Liam from Indiana, who else? Some other fitness clients that Freddie has that you may have not met. For example, us. We're working out for the health and wellness. We're trying to eat healthy. Some of us do not smoke. Some of us do not drink at all as part of a lifestyle. Some used to but have quit. Or maybe some people are still drinking and smoking. Whatever the situation is, that is their choice, you know? It's almost like insulting us. Are you girls, okay, let's say if you're kind of cute or pretty, okay, and since your question was, are all pretty girls thieves? Do they rob men? You know what I mean? Well, yeah, there are gold diggers throughout this world in general, but it's kind of an insulting statement where when you already know the answer. No, not all women are thieves or whatever, you know what I mean? Or rob men. It's just that you're taking your frustration out on all women now, you know? And it was your idea to go into that environment, you know? There's a more chance of you getting robbed at a club with a gold digger, you're trying to pocket your wallet, you know, try to grab your wallet through your pockets, there's a higher chance of a woman trying to gold dig your wallet at a club than you going to a church, okay? There's a better chance of you getting robbed at a club again compared to if you come visit us, Freddie's Mountain Kung Fu, us having a nice fun potluck, you know, where there's no alcohol, no smoking, no drugs, you know, we're all about health and wellness. Okay, I assume that we're not going to have a dance party where we're going to have blast music and get drunk and get high and try to stick our hand into your pocket, try to rob your wallet, you know. It's because you need to be more wise what you do with your time and with your life. You kind of risk your life going out to a public place where there's alcohol and maybe possible 80% were high in drugs around you, you know. You put yourself in that environment, you endangered your own life. And you happen to have an idiot woman that tried to rob you of your wallet, and that was your decision to put yourself in that dangerous environment, okay? So next time, don't go to a club again. Next time, don't be so easily attracted to a female that you don't know well. Watch your distance and how close you are to someone physically. You know, watch if there's people, not just women, but it could be men too, pickpocketing your jacket or your pant pocket, you know what I mean? So not just women can rob you. So just ease up on your insulting of women in general, because it offends women, you know, because I'm a very giving person, and to say are all pretty women or decent looking women lure men for their money? Of course not, you know.
Kang, you lost your brownie point.
You lost your brownie point. You better earn it back. So take your frustration off on women. You put yourself in that environment, and that lady was probably an idiot, a prostitute, a drug addict that would do something like that, okay? Because she's not a real woman, okay? Her looks is probably just all makeup and ugliness and covered up as a fake, superficial, an idiot woman that destroyed it for all women, okay? I could hate men too and say all good-looking martial artist men are mean, aggressive, self-centered. They abuse women. They only think about themselves. They're all player. They can never be faithful. I could say that about all men, and you believe yourself as a fit martial artist yourself, Kang. I can insult you too by saying that, but I should know better what the answer is. No, not all men are like that. Okay? Everyone's based on their own individual actions. They're responsible for their own actions. And everyone should not be blamed for their action. It's like a drunk driver. Okay, he drove drunk and he hit somebody. Shame on him. You know? But everyone should be blamed for his actions, regardless of his race, regardless of his kindness or awfulness, or whatever. He did that. He chose to drive drunk, so that he's responsible for it, not everyone around him. So number one, just be safe where you're at. Be smart with yourself. Be safe. I mean, don't go to a club again, you know. If you want to meet a woman, maybe you shouldn't go to a club again, because a lot of women put up a shield. They like to play the game, you know, just like a lot of men like to play the game, get all these phone numbers from all these women. And women put up a shield knowing that there are men lined up wanting to dance with them and get into their panties, you know. So a club may not be a so-called best location to pick up a chick, okay, because it's not very a kind of environment to sit down and talk where it's peaceful and quiet and romantic. It's a club that's loud, does a lot of heavy drinking. There's people smoking outside. There's people doing drugs coming into the environment, you know. You know, people could be doing drugs anywhere, of course, but you're putting yourself in an environment where it's a party area. Alcohol's being sold there. People's minds are kind of wild and kind of crazy. I know, I used to go to clubs too myself when I was younger, you know, but that's not my environment no more. I'm over that stage. That environment is actually pretty annoying, by the way. So yeah, when I was younger, I loved clubbing. I could go clubbing every weekend when I was younger. But now I look at myself, I'm like, no way, that's not my environment no more. I've grown out of that stage. I would never be in a club again because it's just too silly and too awkward being there. So yeah, that's my response to your frustration insulting all women. Are decent looking, are pretty girls all gold diggers? And do they rob men of their wallets? Come on, you know what the answer is. So the answer is no, and you should know that. Alright, that's all. Next video. Anything, Freddie?
No.
Alright.
You lost your brownie points, Kang.
You better earn it again.